Welcome to our Oak Run CERT monthly meeting. Today we're focusing on fire safety and extinguisher use. My name is Larry and I'm happy to see everyone here. This will be a discussion-based session. We encourage everyone to share questions or experiences. While we won't be doing any live fire demonstrations, we'll cover a lot of important information to help keep our homes and neighborhoods safe from fires. You'll notice the CERT logo and Oak Run CERT branding on our slides, reminding us that we're working together as a community team. Let's get started and stay engaged. Here's our agenda for today. We'll start by explaining why fire safety is so important, especially in our Oak Run community. Then we'll review common causes of home fires, such as cooking accidents, electrical problems, and heating equipment, and discuss how to prevent them. We'll go over the basics of how fire behaves, including the fire triangle, flashover, and how smoke moves, which explains why alarms and escape plans are essential. A key part of today is understanding fire extinguishers, the types, Class A, B, C, where to keep them, plus the PAS method for using them: pull, aim, squeeze, sweep. We'll also talk about when it's appropriate to use an extinguisher versus when to evacuate and call the professionals. Additionally, we'll show you how to check your extinguisher's condition and expiration date so it's ready if needed. To clear up any confusion, we have a fun myths versus facts segment on fire safety. We'll also discuss our CERT team's role during a fire incident and what it is not, and have discussion questions about our neighborhood's specific fire risks and preparedness. I want to hear your ideas. We'll conclude with key points and next steps you can take after this meeting. It's a full program, so let's get started. First, let's talk about why fire safety is so important. For starters, fire spreads very quickly. Studies show that a small flame can grow into a deadly flashover. That's when everything in a room ignites at once, in just 3 to 5 minutes. That means once a fire starts, you don't have much time to react or escape. Every second really counts. Fires aren't just dangerous, they're also common. In the US, fire departments respond to over 350,000 home fires every year, causing many injuries and serious property damage. Here in our Oak Run community, a fire could be especially devastating because homes are close together. A fire in one house could spread or threaten neighbors. We also need to think about our community's demographics. Oak Run is mainly a 55-plus community, and older adults face higher risks from fires. In fact, people over 65 are more than twice as likely to die in a home fire compared to the general population. This increased risk is linked to things like limited mobility, hearing difficulties, or slower reactions. That's why fire safety and early warning systems like smoke alarms are especially important for us. The good news? Being prepared saves lives. By taking simple steps such as installing and maintaining smoke alarms, planning escape routes, and knowing fire prevention tips, we greatly improve our safety. In short, fire safety isn't just about protecting your own home, it's about protecting our entire community. When each of us practices fire safety, we all stay safer here in Oak Run. Let's review the most common causes of fires in our homes. Knowing these helps us prevent them. Cooking-related fires, by far the leading cause of home fires. Think about times you've left the kitchen just for a minute. That's all it takes for a pot on the stove to overheat and catch fire. Grease fires from frying are especially dangerous. Grease can ignite quickly and spread if not handled properly. We'll talk later about why you never put water on a grease fire. Rule number 1, never leave cooking unattended and keep flammable items like dish towels or paper away from the stove. Electrical fires often start from faulty wiring, overloaded outlets, or old frayed electrical cords. If you have a tangle of extension cords and power strips, what some call an electrical octopus, that's a fire hazard. Avoid plugging too many high wattage appliances into one outlet. Watch out for signs of electrical issues like frequent breaker trips or flickering lights. Those could mean it's time to call an electrician. Heating equipment. Here in Florida, we may not use heaters as often, but during chilly nights, space heaters can be a concern. If placed too close to curtains, bedding, or furniture, those items can ignite. Always remember the rule, 3 feet from the heat. And if you use a fireplace, clean your chimney regularly to prevent creosote buildup, which can cause chimney fires. Even dust and baseboard heaters can catch fire. Regular maintenance matters. Smoking and open flames. If you smoke, do it outside. Many fire deaths happen because cigarettes weren't fully extinguished. A smoldering cigarette can ignite furniture or bedding. Candles are also a risk. Beautiful, yes, but dangerous if left unattended or placed near flammable materials. Tip, blow them out when you leave the room, or better yet, use LED flameless candles. Miscellaneous causes, one often overlooked, clothes dryers. Lint buildup in the trap or vent can catch fire. Clean the lint trap after every load and have the vent cleaned regularly. Also, barbecue grills placed too close to the house or under an eave can start fires. During the holidays, Christmas lights or heaters placed near decorations are common causes of seasonal fires. The takeaway, most of these causes are preventable with a little care. Pay attention while cooking, use electrical and heating equipment safely, and be cautious around open flames. One of the most vital fire safety tools in your home is the smoke alarm. Let's emphasize this clearly. Smoke alarms save lives. They are your first line of defense because they give you an early warning while there's still time to escape, but they only work if they're properly installed and functioning. Placement matters. You need smoke alarms in all the right places, inside every bedroom, outside each sleeping area, like in the hallway, on every level of the home. For example, if you have a 2-story home with bedrooms upstairs, put alarms in each bedroom, one in the hallway outside, and at least one on the first floor, maybe near the stairs or living room. In Oak Run, many homes are single-story, but if you have a split floor plan, make sure both sleeping areas are covered. Also consider garage. Fires can start there too, though you might use a heat alarm instead of a smoke alarm to avoid false triggers from car fumes. The key takeaway, no one should sleep in a room without a smoke alarm that will wake them up. Testing and maintenance. Test your alarms monthly. Just press the button until it sounds. If it doesn't work, replace the battery or the whole unit. Battery types. 9-volt or AA batteries, replace them at least once a year, even if they haven't chirped. Tip, do it during daylight saving time or New Year's. Sealed 10-year batteries, no replacement needed, but you still need to test them monthly. Hear a chirp? That low battery sound means, fix me now. Don't unplug it. Don't ignore it. Sadly, many fatal fires happen where smoke alarms were present, but the battery was dead or removed. Smoke alarms expire. They don't last forever. After 10 years, the internal sensors deteriorate. Even if the test button still works, look for the manufacturing date on the back. If it's older than 10 years, replace it. If you just moved in and don't know their age, install new ones to be safe. Interconnected alarms. If one alarm goes off, they all go off. That's especially helpful at night. Hardwired interconnected alarms are common in newer homes. You can also buy wireless interconnected alarms. They use radio signals and are easy to install in older homes. And remember, sleeping with doors closed is safer, but that means you need alarms inside every bedroom. Hearing impairment, there are special alarms available. Louder, low-frequency tones that wake deep sleepers, strobe lights, bed shaker devices. Standard alarms are loud, about 85 decibels, but not everyone wakes up to them. And here's a myth we'll tackle later. You can't rely on the smell of smoke to wake you. Smoke actually makes you more unconscious, not more alert. Alarm sounds, what do they mean? A loud, continuous alarm equals evacuate immediately. A short chirp every minute equals low battery or end-of-life warning. Check your alarm's manual if you're unsure. Either way, don't ignore any sound. Your alarm is saying, pay attention to me. Summary, make sure you have enough alarms, test them monthly, change batteries or units when needed, and ensure everyone in your home can hear them. Smoke alarms give you the vital time to escape. Having working smoke alarms is step 1. Step 2 is knowing how to get out quickly and safely when those alarms sound. That's where a home fire escape plan becomes essential. 2 ways out of every room. Each room should have at least 2 exits, usually a door and a window. For example, the door is your main exit, but if fire or smoke blocks the hall, the window might be your only way out. Check your windows regularly. Can they open easily? Some older homes have painted shut or sticky windows. If you have security bars, make sure they have quick release mechanisms. In 2-story homes, consider a fire escape ladder for upstairs bedrooms. Store it nearby and practice using it. Make a plan together. Draw a simple map of your home. Mark all exits, doors and windows, and a meeting spot outside. Walk through the home with family or roommates. Say, if a fire starts here, how do we get out? Fix any blocked exits or stuck windows. Close doors behind you as you go. This slows fire and smoke from spreading. Also, sleep with bedroom doors closed. That simple step buys you more time in a fire. Choose an outdoor meeting place. Pick a specific visible location in front of the house, like a tree, mailbox, or light post. This helps everyone regroup in one place, not scattered. If someone's missing, you can tell firefighters, don't go back inside. Practice makes preparedness. Hold fire drills at home twice a year. Try sounding the alarm, use the test button, escaping in daylight, then try it at night. See if everyone wakes up and responds. Make it realistic. Pretend a hallway is blocked by smoke. Practice crawling low under smoke. Feel doors for heat with the back of your hand. Teach kids not to hide during a fire. Practice helps them stay calm and follow the plan. If a fire happens for real, get out immediately. Don't grab valuables or even your phone. Crawl low if there's smoke. Cooler air is near the floor. Feel the door. If it's hot, don't open it. If it's cool, open it slowly. If there's smoke or fire outside, close it and find another exit. Once you're out, stay out. Don't go back in for pets, people, or possessions. Let the firefighters handle rescues. Tell them, our dog is still inside in the back bedroom, or my mom might be in the kitchen. They have the gear and training to help. Look out for neighbors. Oak Run is a close-knit community. Some residents may need help evacuating, especially those with mobility issues. Form a buddy system. If there's an emergency, I'll come check on you. CERT members can help, but only if it's safe. Never put yourself in danger. Bottom line, a practiced fire escape plan turns a chaotic moment into a series of familiar steps. Preparation saves lives and reduces panic.
What was that?
With one loud pop, everything changed.
You're on fire in the back!
Within seconds, that fire was out of control.
Get down!
This home camera shows how fast the flames spread, showing no mercy as smoke filled the house.
It's just a nightmare. Doesn't feel real.
Jody Burgoyne made it out of her South Jordan home Sunday evening along with her husband, children, and cat. Unfortunately, their other cat, Callie, did not.
They found her underneath my bed upstairs. And she was just curled up in a little ball. She just went to sleep.
South Jordan fire investigators say the fire likely started near a lithium battery scooter the family had just bought.
I was aware that there could be some danger with those batteries. I'd heard that those kind of batteries do explode sometimes.
But she had no idea it would cost them nearly everything, including the business she had selling handbags and clothes, all gone now.
What was that?
To understand how fires start and how to stop them, we need to learn about the fire triangle. This is a basic concept in fire science and CERT training. The fire triangle says there are three things a fire needs to exist: heat, fuel, and oxygen. Think of them as the three sides of a triangle. If you remove even one side, the fire goes out. Heat. Every fire begins with a heat source. That could be a match, an electrical spark, a cigarette, a stovetop, or even a lightning strike. Heat raises the temperature of a material until it reaches its ignition point, then it catches fire. 2. Fuel. Fuel is anything that burns, like wood, paper or cloth, cooking oil or gasoline, plastics, furniture, or trash. Even your home structure, walls, curtains, carpet can become fuel in a fire. Without fuel, there's nothing to burn. Oxygen fires need air, specifically the oxygen in air. At least 16% oxygen is required for a fire to burn. Air has about 21%. That's why when you cover a grease fire with a lid or use a fire blanket, you're removing oxygen and the fire goes out. So how do we put out a fire? By removing any one of these elements. Remove heat. Example, water cools the fire down. Remove fuel. Example, turn off the gas. Clear flammable materials nearby. Remove oxygen. Example, cover the flame, use CO2 or dry chemical. Some extinguishers also disrupt the fire's chemical chain reaction. That's like breaking the engine inside the fire. Fire triangle in action. Let's say a pan of oil catches fire on the stove. That's heat, fuel, and oxygen working together. To stop it, you can cover it with a lid, E equals remove oxygen, and turn off the burner equals remove heat. Boom. Two sides of the triangle are gone. Fire's out. Understanding the triangle helps you prevent fires too. Keep fuels away from heat, like paper near heaters. Watch out for oxygen boosts, like opening a door that gives a fire more air. Firefighters are trained to control oxygen when ventilating a building. Summary. Remember this: heat, fuels, oxygen equals fire. Take away any one of them, and you win. We've talked about what a fire needs to start. Now let's look at how a fire behaves once it starts, especially in a home. We'll focus on two key things: flashover and smoke. Flashover. Flashover is one of the most dangerous fire behaviors. It's the point when a fire in a room becomes so hot that everything combustible ignites almost at once. Imagine the couch, curtains, table, even the carpet and walls all erupt in flames together. During flashover, temperatures can soar over 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. No one can survive in that environment. How fast can flashover happen? Years ago, with homes built from natural materials like wood and wool, flashover might take 20 minutes if it happened at all. Today's homes are filled with synthetics, plastic, foam cushions, nylon fabrics. These burn faster and hotter. Flashover today, it can happen in as little as 3 to 5 minutes from the time a fire starts. That's not much time. You have to get out fast. How a fire grows. It starts with a flame. Say a trash can or pillow catches fire. Heat rises and creates a layer of hot smoke along the ceiling. That heat preheats everything in the room, just like an oven. Once items reach ignition temperature, flash, everything burns at once. Before flashover, you might use a small extinguisher. After flashover, it's too late. Only firefighters with full gear can handle it. Smoke, just as deadly, maybe more so. Smoke often moves faster than flames, and it's a toxic mix. Carbon monoxide, cyanide from burning plastics, hot gases, and fine soot particles. Even a little smoke can disorient you. Breathe more, you could pass out. Most fire deaths are from smoke, not burns. Key facts about smoke. It rises. Smoke goes to the ceiling first, then spreads out. If you're upstairs and the fire is below, smoke is coming your way fast. It's thick and dark, especially with modern materials. You'll go from light to pitch black in moments. Don't expect to see anything. You'll need to crawl and feel your way. It's hot. Even at floor level, smoke can be several hundred degrees. It can burn your lungs. That's why we always say, stay low and go. It moves fast, through vents, under doors, through cracks. But here's the good news. Closed doors slow it down. That's why firefighters say, close before you doze. A closed bedroom door can buy you minutes. So what should we do about smoke? 1, get early warning. That's what smoke alarms are for. We already covered that. 2, stay low. Crawl if there's smoke. Cover your nose and mouth if possible. Air is clearer and cooler near the floor. 3, know when to shelter. If you're trapped, shut the door, block the cracks, and signal for help from a window. Summary. Smoke can kill faster than flames. Flashover makes a fire instantly deadly, and you only have minutes or less to escape belongings. That's why we prepare escape plans, install alarms, and practice evacuating quickly. Up next, fire extinguishers, what they are and how to use them properly. Now let's talk about one of your most important fire tools, fire extinguishers. As CERT members and homeowners, these can help us stop a small fire before it becomes a big one. We'll cover the types of fires extinguishers can handle, where to keep them, and basic usage tips. Fire classes. Not all fires are the same. Extinguishers are labeled by the type of fire they're made to handle. In the US, we use letter categories. Class A equals ordinary combustibles. Think wood, paper, cloth, rubber, plastic. Easy tip, they leave ashes, A for ash. Example, couch, curtains, trash can, fire. Class B equals flammable liquids or gases. Think oil, gasoline, grease, paint thinner. Tip, B for barrel or things that boil. Example, kitchen grease fire, gas can fire. Class C equals electrical fires. Tip, C for current, involves energized equipment, appliances, cords, breaker boxes. If the power is turned off, it may become a Class A, but if live, it stays Class C. Class D and K. Class D, combustible metals, magnesium, sodium, rare at home. Class K, cooking oils in commercial kitchens, restaurants. Best for home use, get an ABC rated extinguisher. It covers all the most common home fires. A, wood, paper. B, grease, gas. C, electrical. The label on your extinguisher will say which classes it handles. Most home models are ABC multipurpose. Where should extinguishers be kept? Think about where fires are likely to start. Kitchen, but don't place it above the stove or deep in a corner. Keep it by the door or within easy reach if the stove catches fire. Garage or workshop, especially if you store gas, oil, or do any mechanical work. Fireplace area, in case a log rolls out or sparks fly. Laundry area. Dryers can catch fire. If your home has multiple floors, place at least one extinguisher on each level. Mount them on the wall or store in visible, easy-to-grab spots, and make sure everyone knows where they are, even visitors. What size should you get? Common home sizes: 2.5 pound, very compact but runs out quickly; 5 pounds, a good balance, light enough to handle with decent spray time; 10 pounds, powerful but heavier to lift and aim. Discharge time is short, often just 10 to 20 seconds. So don't wait, act quickly and aim properly. Make sure anyone who might need to use it, like a spouse or older child, can lift it comfortably. How they work. Most ABC extinguishers use a dry chemical powder. It coats the fuel, smothers oxygen, and breaks the fire's chemical chain. Downside, it leaves a messy, corrosive powder, but that's worth it to stop a fire. Other types: CO2 extinguishers, rated BC, great for electronics, no residue, but not great on wood or fabric. Water extinguishers, Class A only, never use on grease or electrical fires. Read the label now, not during an emergency. Familiarize yourself. Where's the pin? What does the gauge look like? How do you aim it? Don't wait until you're panicked and trying to figure it out in the moment. When not to use an extinguisher, only use it on small, contained fires, like a trash can, a small pan on the stove, a corner of fabric meat. If the fire is spreading quickly or if smoke is thick, evacuate immediately. And always make sure you have a clear path behind you to escape. Never try to fight a fire that might trap you. If you're unsure, call 911, get out, and let the professionals take over. In summary, use ABC-rated extinguishers. Place them strategically, know how to use them, and understand their limits. Next, we'll cover exactly how to use them with the PSS method. Let's walk through the PSS method. This is the step-by-step way to use a fire extinguisher properly. PSS stands for pull, aim, squeeze, sweep. Let's go through each one. P equals pull the pin. The first thing you do is pull the safety pin at the top of the extinguisher. This unlocks the handle. The pin usually has a small plastic seal. You might need to twist or tug to break it. If you forget this step, the handle won't squeeze, and in the heat of the moment, it's easy to overlook. A equals aim at the base. This is one of the most important steps. Don't aim at the flames. Aim at the base of the fire where the fuel is actually burning. For example, if a trash can is on fire, don't spray the tops of the flames. Spray where the trash is burning. Stand about 6 to 8 feet away when you begin, close enough for the spray to reach, but far enough to stay safe. S equal squeeze the handle. Once you're aimed at the base, squeeze the handles together firmly. This releases the extinguishing agent. Hold it steady. Smaller units may jump from the pressure. Keep squeezing. Don't pump it or release too soon. You only get about 10 seconds of spray on a household extinguisher. S equals sweep side to side. While squeezing the handle, sweep the nozzle back and forth across the base of the fire. This ensures you cover all areas that are burning. You prevent reignition on the edges. If the fire begins to shrink, you can move in slowly, continuing to sweep. Safety tips while using pass. Always keep an exit behind you. Never let the fire block your escape path. Be aware of vertical spread. If fire is climbing cabinets or curtains, get out. Electrical fire? Turn off power if it's safe to do so, then use the extinguisher. Watch for reignition. Even if the fire looks out, it might smolder underneath. Be ready to act again. What if the extinguisher runs out? If the fire isn't out by the time the extinguisher is empty, evacuate immediately. Don't go hunting for another extinguisher unless it's right next to you and the fire is still small. Call 911, even if you think it's out. The fire department can make sure it's fully extinguished. Use thermal cameras to check for hot spots. Help ventilate any lingering smoke. After using the extinguisher, the room may be full of smoke and powder. Open windows when it's safe. Wear a dust mask if possible. Dry chemical is irritating but not toxic. If 2 people are present, one can use the extinguisher. The other can call 911 and stay by the exit, ready to help or guide out communication matters. Don't go silent during an emergency. Practice the motion. Even a dry run at home helps build muscle memory. Pretend to pull the pin, aim, squeeze, and sweep. Let family members try too. Know how it feels to hold and aim the extinguisher, because in a real emergency, you won't have time to think.
What about her son? Benji, he gave me this letter. He left me this.
It's in a baggie.
It's an evidence bag. Read the PS. Did you read the PS?
Yeah, it's heartbreaking. Mr. Monk, can I be honest with you?
I wish you wouldn't.
I've had tons of patients like you. There is nothing wrong with you. It's all up here. It's psychological.
Right.
What you really need is a wife.
We just met. Okay, I don't even know
It's
you.
not me. I'm not proposing to you. It's a statement of fact.
Excuse me.
You gotta stop whining, you know?
There's no smoke.
Rona moved away. Wah. You know what? You have got to get out of the house. You gotta do something. Go bowling. You know, meet some people. That is my advice to you.
You gotta put that out.
All right, don't get all twisted up. There, it's out. And so am I. Another morning shot to hell.
Upright. Go room together. Stand 8 feet from the plane. 1, 2.
Hello? Mr. Monk? Hello?
1,
Mr. Monk?
2, 3.
Are you okay?
5.
What are you doing?
Measuring. It says 8 feet. Stay back.
You know, they mean approximately.
No, that doesn't say approximately. You have to trust the label makers. They're professional label makers.
Give me
Wait a
that.
second, you're too close. Are you okay? We did it. I'm gonna write these people a letter. We could have been killed. Should say approximately.
Now let's talk about a very important decision. When should you use a fire extinguisher and when should you evacuate instead? This is critical to your safety and something CERT members must be trained to recognize. So, should I stay and fight the fire or should I get out? Let's break it down by key factors. 1. Size and stage of the fire. Rule of thumb, if the fire is smaller than a wastebasket and just starting, it's probably okay to attempt extinguishing it. We call this the incipient stage, a small, early stage fire. Examples: a pan fire on the stove, a corner of a mattress or trash can smoldering, a small puddle of gasoline igniting. But if a whole couch is on fire, flames are on the walls or ceiling, or the fire is spreading rapidly, that's beyond what one extinguisher can handle. Fires double in size every minute or faster. If you're hesitating or unsure, it's already time to go. 2. Smoke and heat. If there's already thick smoke, don't try to fight the fire. Why? You can't see the fire clearly, you're breathing in toxic gases, you're likely to become disoriented, overcome, or worse. Also, pay attention to heat. If you can't get near the fire because it's too hot, it's too big to handle. If opening a door sends a wave of heat toward you, shut the door and leave him. These are warning signs the fire has grown dangerous. 3. Do you have a clear escape path? Always keep the exit behind you. Never let the fire get between you and your way out. Ask yourself, if this goes wrong in 3 seconds, can I run out right now? If the answer is no, don't attempt to fight the fire. If the fire is in front of the only exit or the room could be cut off, it's time to evacuate. 4. Call 911 first or simultaneously. Never delay calling for help. Ideally, one person is calling 911 while the other grabs the extinguisher. Even if you think you've got it under control, the fire department should still come. Why? They'll check for hidden flames and help vent smoke or assess damage. If you try to fight the fire before calling, you might lose precious time if things go wrong. 5. How much time and how much extinguisher do you have? You get one shot, and it's 10 to 20 seconds of spray. If you use the entire extinguisher and it doesn't work, get out immediately. Don't go looking for another extinguisher in another room. By then, the fire could be too far gone. 6. Your own ability and safety. Are you physically able to operate the extinguisher safely? If you have mobility issues, are feeling panicked, have other people in the home, children, elderly, depending on you, then the right move may be evacuation, not firefighting. CERT training reminds us, don't become a victim yourself. And remember, No object in your home is worth your life. Bottom line, use an extinguisher only if the fire is small and contained, you have a clear exit, you feel safe and confident, someone is calling 911 or you've already called. Otherwise, close the door, get out, and let the fire department handle it. CERT's mission includes this guiding principle: do the greatest good for the greatest number without putting yourself at risk. Sometimes, the greatest good is simply getting everyone out safely. Having fire extinguishers is great, but only if they actually work when you need them. Extinguishers are often installed and forgotten, so let's talk about how to inspect and maintain them properly. Monthly inspection checklist. This quick check takes less than a minute. 1. Pressure gauge. Look at the dial. If the needle is in the green zone, it's good. If it's in the red zone, not pressurized properly. If it's low, the extinguisher might not work when you need it. Some models have a green-red indicator window instead. Know how yours works. 2. Pin and tamper seal. Make sure the pin is still inserted in the handle and the plastic tamper seal is intact. If the pin is missing or the seal is broken, someone may have used or tampered with it. 3. Physical condition. Check the extinguisher for rust or corrosion, especially at the base. Powder residue near the nozzle could indicate a leak. A clogged nozzle, insects or cobwebs can block it. Wipe it clean and ensure nothing is obstructing the nozzle or hose. Shake it up for dry chemical types. Over time, the powder inside can settle or clump, especially in older models. Once or twice a year, gently invert and tap the bottom. This loosens the powder and keeps it flowing properly. Modern extinguishers are better about clumping, but it doesn't hurt to do this. How long do extinguishers last? There are 2 types: disposable, non-rechargeable. Common in homes, usually plastic valves, shelf life 10 to 12 years. Replace it once it hits that age, regardless of condition. Check the manufacture date on the label or stamped on the bottom. Rechargeable, metal valve, higher quality, can be refilled, requires professional servicing every few years. Internal maintenance at 6 years, hydrostatic testing at 12 years. If you have one of these, take it to a fire protection company to service it. In many cases, the cost of servicing is about the same as replacing a small unit, but larger ones may be worth recharging. And after using it, even a little bit. If you discharge an extinguisher even for 2 seconds, it's no longer reliable. Replace or recharge it immediately. Don't assume there's still some left. It might leak pressure over time. How to dispose of old extinguishers. They're pressurized, so don't toss them in the trash. Best options: 1. Discharge it completely outdoors. 2. Take it to a recycling center, hazardous waste drop-off, or your local fire department. Always check local disposal rules. Record keeping. Some people add a small inspection tag or write the date of last check on tape around the unit. You can even link this habit with something you do regularly, like paying bills, monthly smoke alarm tests, or changing HVAC filters. Tie it to your routine and it becomes automatic. Key takeaway: a fire extinguisher is only useful if it's ready to work. Take 30 seconds a month to inspect it, and you'll have peace of mind when it matters most. CERT members can even help neighbors check theirs, maybe during a community safety event. Now it's time for a fun segment. Let's clear up some fire safety myths and facts. Even in safety-conscious communities like ours, some common misunderstandings can lead to dangerous decisions. So let's play a quick round of open quote, myth or fact, close quote. Myth number 1, water puts out all fires. Myth: water can actually make certain fires worse. Grease fire: water causes it to explode outward in a fireball. Electrical fire: water conducts electricity. You could be shocked or electrocuted. Use the right extinguisher for the type of fire, not just water. Myth number 2, if I wake up and smell smoke, I'll escape in time. Myth. Smoke doesn't always wake you. It can actually cause you to lose consciousness faster. That's why smoke alarms are essential, especially if you're a deep sleeper or have hearing issues. Myth number 3. A fire extinguisher lasts several minutes. Myth. Most home extinguishers last just 10 to 20 seconds. They're designed for small, early fires, not large blazes. So aim properly, act quickly, and know when to evacuate. Myth number 4. Smoke is just an inconvenience. It's the flames that kill. Myth again. Smoke is actually the leading cause of fire-related deaths. It's toxic, it spreads faster than fire, and it can disorient or incapacitate you wound. That's why we say stay low and go. Myth number 5. You have several minutes to escape a home fire. Dangerous myth. You may have less than 2 minutes from the time a smoke alarm sounds. Modern furniture burns fast, so plan ahead, practice your escape route, and get out immediately. Myth number 6. I should open windows to let smoke out during a fire. Myth. Opening windows can actually feed the fire more oxygen, making it spread faster. Firefighters control ventilation carefully for this reason. Close doors behind you when you escape. That's smarter. Myth number 7. Fire can't spread that fast. Myth. Fire can double in size every 30 to 60 seconds. In 3 to 5 minutes, an entire room can be in flashover. Get out early. Don't wait to see what happens. Myth number 8. Once a fire is out, you're safe to go back in. Not always. Fires can reignite from embers or hidden hotspots. Only go back in when firefighters say it's safe. Even if the fire seems out, let the pros verify it. Bonus tip, don't rely on smell or sight in a fire. Smoke and panic can mess with your senses. That's why we practice, plan, and equip ourselves before anything happens. Summary, even well-meaning ideas can be wrong. So keep your fire knowledge sharp and help correct these myths in your family and neighborhood. CERT members are trusted sources of safety info. Let's now talk about the role of CERT members during a fire event, because it's different than what the fire department does. Understanding our limits and our responsibilities helps us stay safe while still being helpful. First things first, CERT members are not firefighters. We're not trained or equipped to enter burning buildings, fight large fires, or perform rescues inside an active fire scene. Even if we've practiced with extinguishers or drills, our goal is support, not suppression. So what can CERT members do? Let's focus on 4 key areas. 1. Prevention and education. This is a huge role for CERT volunteers. We can promote fire safety in our neighborhoods, encourage proper use of smoke alarms and extinguishers, help residents create escape plans, organize fire safety events or info tables, share updates from the fire department with our community. CERT members are trusted voices and often the ones neighbors come to with questions. 2. Situational awareness. During an event, if a fire happens, stay aware of your surroundings. Report important details to 911 or first responders. The fire started in the garage. The house has propane tanks out back. An elderly resident is inside with mobility issues. Your calm observations help first responders respond faster and safer. Also, keep people away from danger. Direct traffic or crowd control if asked and safe. 3. Post-fire support. Once the fire is out, CERT can help with wellness checks on neighbors, communication, helping relay information between residents and emergency crews, damage documentation for local agencies, comfort and emotional support. Many people are shaken after an incident. This is when our community role shines. 4. Team safety. Always remember, you don't act alone. Stick with your team. Follow your incident commander's directions. CERT's job is to do the greatest good for the greatest number, but never by risking ourselves. What not to do. Don't go inside a burning structure. Don't move or handle injured people unless trained and it's safe. Don't use hoses or equipment beyond your training. Don't give false reassurance. It's probably fine when you're unsure. Be honest, calm, and supportive. Key message. CERT is about preparedness, observation, support after the danger passes. We make the biggest difference before and after the fire by helping our neighbors prepare and recover. Now let's shift gears and talk about community-wide preparedness. What can we do as a group to help Oak Run be better protected from fire risks? As CERT members, we aren't just preparing our own homes. We're a resource for our neighbors, our friends, and our community. CERT's role in fire prevention and preparedness in Oak Run. Let's look at several community action ideas that CERT teams like ours can help organize. 1. Neighborhood smoke alarm checks. Host a smoke alarm Saturday, go door to door offering to test alarms, help people replace batteries, educate about alarm placement, encourage residents to check the age of their devices. Many residents, especially seniors, may need help reaching ceiling alarms or understanding new models. Partner with the local fire department for support or even free alarms. 2. Distribute fire safety materials. We can create simple one-page flyers, fridge magnets with emergency numbers, pocket cards with pass instructions. These materials can be handed out at HOA meetings, during neighborhood walks, or at club gatherings. Sometimes a small reminder makes a big difference. 3. Organize community fire drills. A block drill where neighbors practice meeting at a common location. A CERT simulation where volunteers walk the neighborhood checking for missing persons. These drills build awareness, create bonds, and make everyone feel more prepared. 4. Encourage fire safety buddies. Help pair up. Mobile residents with those who have mobility concerns, individuals who live alone with someone nearby who can check on them. Even a text or knock on the door during an emergency can be life-saving. 5. Advocate for clear addresses and visible numbers. Make sure homes have large, visible house numbers, especially at night or in smoke, unobstructed pathways for fire trucks and EMS. Emergency responders can't help you if they can't find you. 6. Community mapping and special needs planning. CERT can help create a private neighborhood map that shows where vulnerable residents live, where gas shutoffs are, where hydrants or hazards exist. This can be shared securely with first responders during an incident. 7. Invite guest speakers. Ask Marion County Fire Rescue, fire inspectors, code compliance officers to speak at CERT meetings or town halls. They can answer questions, offer real-world tips, and connect us to grant programs for smoke alarms or fire-resistant materials. 8. Promote seasonal safety reminders. Each season brings fire risks. Fall, winter, space heaters, fireplace cleaning. Spring, outdoor burning, grilling safety. Summer, electrical storms, overgrown vegetation. Use newsletters, bulletin boards, or email lists to share monthly tips. Key message: we are strongest as a community. Prepared individuals are great, but when blocks, buildings, and neighbors work together, fires are caught faster, people get out safely, first responders have better support, and lives are saved. CERT isn't just about disasters, it's about resilience and readiness year-round. As we near the end of our presentation, let's go over a quick review of the key takeaways from today's session. This summary reinforces what we've learned and gives you solid talking points to share with neighbors and family. Top fire safety takeaways. 1. Working smoke alarms save lives. Install them in every bedroom, hallway, and level. Test monthly. Replace after 10 years. Don't disable them due to false alarms. Fix the cause instead. 2. Create and practice a fire escape plan. Every room needs 2 exits. Choose a meeting place outside. Practice at least twice a year, including at night. Teach kids, guests, and caregivers what to do. 3. Fires grow and spread faster than most people realize. You may have less than 2 minutes to escape. Flashover can occur in 3 to 5 minutes. Smoke is deadly. Stay low and get out. 4. Use extinguishers only for small contained fires. Know the PSS method. Pull, aim, squeeze, sweep. Never block your exit path. If unsure or overwhelmed, evacuate and call 911. 5. Extinguishers must be inspected and maintained. Check the gauge, pin, and condition monthly. Replace after 10 to 12 years. Recharge if used, even partially. Number 6. Fire myths can get people hurt. Water doesn't work on every fire. Smoke can put you to sleep, not wake you. Small fires become big ones fast. Share the truth with others. It could save a life. 7. CERT members play a vital community role. Educate neighbors, help with smoke alarm checks, assist after incidents, promote preparedness, not panic. Know your limits and act safely. Remember this, open quote, preparedness beats panic every time, close quote. Fires can't always be prevented, but injuries and deaths can be. The more people in Oak Run who know what to do, the stronger, safer, and more connected we all become. Let's wrap up with a call to action. What can you do after today's meeting to make a difference? Here are 5 simple steps you can take this week to turn today's discussion into meaningful action. Fire safety action steps for this week. 1. Inspect your home extinguishers. Check the gauge in the green. Confirm the pin and seal are intact. Look for damage, corrosion, or powder leaks. If expired, replace it. If you don't have an extinguisher, make it a priority to buy one. Start with a 5 pounds ABC rated model for the kitchen or hallway. 2. Test your smoke alarms. Hit the test button on every alarm. Replace batteries if needed. Note the installation date. Write it down. If it's 10 years old or more, replace it. Bonus tip, get a talking smoke alarm if you live with someone who's hard of hearing or has memory issues. 3. Make or update your fire escape plan. Identify 2 exits from every room. Choose a meeting place outside. Practice a drill with your household. Yes, even if it feels silly. Talk about what to do at night or if exits are blocked. If you live alone, tell a trusted neighbor about your plan. 4. Talk with one neighbor about fire safety. Pick one neighbor and say, open quote, "Hey, we talked about fire extinguishers at CERT this week. Want me to help you check yours?" Close quote. You'd be surprised how many people don't know where theirs is, have never checked it, or don't have one at all. Offer to share what you learned. Be a fire safety ambassador. 5. Volunteer for a CERT fire safety project. We're looking for help with organizing extinguisher demos, creating flyers, hosting a smoke alarm event, building a fire safety table for an HOA or club meeting. Even 1 hour of help makes a difference. If you're interested, see me after the meeting or let your CERT team leader know. Be the spark that prevents the flame. That's a nice way to remember. Preparedness doesn't have to be big or complicated. It just has to start with you. And that brings us to the end of our presentation. Open quote, fire safety and extinguisher use, a CERT discussion, close quote. Thank you all for being here today. Your time and attention mean a lot, and your participation in CERT means even more. By learning about fire behavior, extinguisher use, and home safety, you've taken a major step toward protecting yourself, your family, and the Oak Run community. Let's review what we've accomplished. We learned how fires start and grow. We understood the dangers of smoke and flashover. We practiced the PAS method. We talked about when to use or not use extinguishers, and we saw how preparedness saves lives. What's next? We encourage you to take action at home, talk with neighbors, get involved in CERT fire safety efforts, share this knowledge far and wide. Even simple conversations can lead to saved lives. Final thought, open quote, when everyone is prepared, no one is left behind, close quote. If you have questions, ideas, or want to help with an upcoming project, please see your CERT leader after the meeting or reach out anytime. Together, we can make Oak Run one of the most fire-safe communities in Florida. Thank you again, and stay safe.